Welcome, Libra, to your numerology reading for May. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new to my channel, welcome, welcome. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. See what the divine has to say to you to the end of the month. And you guys might be seeing these numbers. This is how the divine talks to us through symbols, numbers, and colors. Okay, let's see what's going on. Best cards for Libra, please. Best cards for Libra. I know I am getting these out a little late. I know we usually have these out before end of the month, but because we're getting ready to the end of the year for school over here, trying to get all these things done with my son before semester testing. So, trying to get these out as fast as possible. You have the abundance with 88 and forgiveness with 96. Okay, so talking about that 88 over here, you might be seeing 888. That is a double number, so that is a 100% divine number right there. So if you are seeing 88, or you know, it's 808 all the time, or 9s or 6s, they're talking about this. They're saying have the forgiveness to receive the abundance right off the bat. I mean, that's it, right? They're saying it's a time for forgiveness, you know, whether it's of yourself or someone else, so that you can receive the abundance. The abundance is coming. Let's move this along. Let's get this going quicker. The chariot is moving, you know, but it's very slow. So they would like to hear some forgiveness. They want you should be able to forgive so that you can get the abundances you're looking for. This card indicates a need to adopt an attitude of abundance in order to attract it into your life. So for some of you, you know, having this idea also and getting into the right attitude of having abundance. How can I give you abundance if you don't believe in abundance, or you don't believe that you can have this abundance? So take it how it's going to resonate, right? It's going to be a little bit different for everybody. So for some of you, you just have some forgiveness to do to get the abundance quicker. And for others of you, you need to have a belief system, right? Some of you are saying, I would like to have this abundance, but I don't believe that it's good enough for me. Okay, well, then it's not. Plain and simple. There you go. End of story. Okay, just remember there's a bountiful enough to go around. There's enough for everyone. Okay, never short yourself for not receiving the abundances that are there for you. But plain and simple, if you naysay it, you might as well just forget it. Why are you even thinking about it? Why even think about it if you don't believe you can have it? Why even start law and attracting and then all of a sudden stop in the middle and say, I guess they don't want me to have this. I'm not good enough for this. This doesn't exist. Forget it. You know, because I see it the same way with my kids, right? I mean, unless you're asking for a unicorn, you know, I mean, come on now. You know, it's not going to happen. I'll get you a stuffed one, right? That's about as close as that's going to get. But in seriousness, it's the naysaying. For others of you, there's a forgiveness thing going on over here where you need to forgive yourself or others so that you can get this going quicker. And you know who you are, right? You know your situation, you know who you are. And for others of you, there's just a forgiveness of you need to forgive yourself for doubting yourself all the time, for saying you can't have these things. That's not self-growth. That's keeping yourself as a stub, right? So with the 96 over here, the forgiveness is the need to forgive yourself and others for any past actions that may have caused you pain. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to heal any unresolved anger, hate, jealousy, resentment, or guilt that is blocking your success. Such emotions are toxic to your body and hold you back from attracting a harmonious life. For the sake of the health and future happiness, you must forgive the past. Forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean blessings, forgetting. Yes, let's not forget what they did, because that was the learning tool, right? That you want to remember. Or condoning the unsavory behavior of others. And it does not mean condoning. It doesn't mean that just because I forgive you that now I condone the behavior or I accept your behavior, right? Same thing. and never forgiving. I can forgive, but I don't have to forget what you did. In fact, I never forget what you did. So that way you don't go back that way, right? That was the stepping stone you have. It means releasing yourself from a created prison so that you can move forward with your life. When you come to accept and move on from real or perceived betrayals, you create a happier future built on freedom and inner peace. Bitterness only attracts disharmony, misery, and pain, because misery loves company. Thus, forgiving is the best way to set your spirit free. And it balances yourself out. You improve your prospects for the future when you practice acceptance and forgiveness, whether it's for yourself or others, or maybe both. Maybe you want to say, I want to forgive myself for allowing myself to hold on to this for so long. I forgive them, and now I forgive myself for allowing myself to be imprisoned within this bitterness, within this hatred, within this trap, right? Okay, so let's go ahead with the abundance. So take it how it resonates for everybody over here. It's a little bit different for everyone. Okay, so I'm going straight over here to the abundance, see what Spirit has to say with the abundance. So please watch the 88, because the Spirit is saying, I want to give you abundance. And some of you are just not accepting it. And others of you, I want to give you this abundance, but I need you to have some forgiveness. And for others of you, I need you to forgive yourself for downing yourself to believe that you're not allowed to have the abundance. Sorry, guys, it's my husband's phone ringing. Okay. The Hangman upside down. The Three of Swords, giving yourself your own pains and miseries. With the Five of Cups. Yeah, holding on to the pains and the miseries for the abundance. Now, I have that one for the forgiveness over here, and that one's really what it is. But you're bringing on your own pains and miseries now, no matter how you're doing it, by not accepting the abundance to come. Okay? Taking on whichever situation was yours, right? So just leaving that there. You need to get out of that so that way you can have the abundance that you need. All the naysaying, all this, that, and the other. Okay, so that way you can move, yes, towards the dream and towards the abundance that you have, okay? Because otherwise, you're never going to make it to this dream if you keep naysaying. For others of you, you just need to forgive so that you can get the chariot moving faster. Just plain and simple for the new beginnings. And this will take that leap of faith. Everybody take a leap of faith. Everybody get this going, right? Yeah, you're putting yourself in you're making yourself live in your own nightmare. And the reason you're also making yourself live in your own nightmare is because I just heard Spirit say it. When you don't forgive, you hold on tight to that, which means you're always in your energy, which means that's all you're dwelling on it. You dwell on this. When you don't forgive and let it go, the healing can't really come because it's always in your energy. It's always what you think. It's always what you're thinking. You're always bringing it up. You're allowing it to become your own nightmare. If you say, well, just bring up someone's name, who knows who, right? Just, if you always think Steve, right? And I say the word Steve and you're like, well, that's S-O-B, good. Really? And I mean, seriously, friends, this could have been from like 3 years ago, and you're holding on to that. Right? And every time you hear that name, it brings this nightmare. It could even be giving you nightmares in your dreams because you haven't let it go. And if you are dreaming about it in your nightmares, it's because Spirit is telling you they want you to let this go. Do you see what it's affecting? Do you see the consequences? How are you supposed to grow and heal from it if you can't forgive yourself? And how about the anxieties of when we did something bad and we can't let it go? How many of us have that? I'll raise my hand. I'll raise my hand to that one. How many times have we've done something in the past, and then when that pops up in your head or somebody says something about that, you're like, oh, shit. Right? And then you haven't let it heal because you're still feeling guilty about that. Let it go. We all, yeah, I almost said it, didn't I? We all mess up. It's part of growing. It's part of living. Use them as tools. Use all the things that you have as tools. Because when you use them as tools, then you can help other people out. You can say, yes, I remember when Steve really messed me up, but I'll tell you how to let that go, and I will teach you that this is a teaching tool, because now when I look at things that other people are doing, I can say, oh, well, they want to be a Steve. I'm not going to do that again. Or you can look back and say, oh, yeah, I remember when I did that. God, I feel guilty about doing that. I wish I would never have done that. And then you can tell people about the consequences of how it feels later, and you will regret that. You will hold on to that for so long. That is the growth, and that's going to make you move on with the Six of Swords or the victory, and then you can have the Empress. I'll get you some healing cards with the self-healing cards. And that's the ultimate truth. Do some energy work. Make a meal. Just make a meal. It'll make you happy. You know, start cleaning the house and your space. That will also get rid of negative energy. You can turn on music to do so. You can do the burning bowl ritual, especially if you're Wiccans, you know how to do that. Right? The burning bowl energy is taking all the pains onto a piece of paper. I'm just going to say it really fast and easy so that we don't have to read it from the book, because I think in the book it's drawn out and it's really not that complicated. You have a barbecue, you have a fireplace, you have a bowl, whatever it is. You take a piece of paper with all your pains on them, you throw them into the fire, and you say, I release. It's actually very healing, and it's really weird, but it actually works. You can also do this for manifestations, things that you want. You can say, and you know, I would like to release this, and then write on a piece of paper the things you would like instead. You release something to give back, right? So that way it is the snake eating its own tail effect, right? The yin and yang effect. So as you release, you throw then another piece of paper in that has your manifestation on it and say, I'm letting Steve go, and now I would like to heal. I would like to have other things happen. Boom, throw that paper in. And that's all it is. And at the end, when you take out the fire, you say, let it be. Amen. So it is. You know what I mean? And so it is. And amen, thank you. And you make sure you have a gratitude to it. So that way you say, thank you for allowing this to happen. Thank you for hearing my, my requests. And then you put the flames out, whether it's with fire or if it's a barbecue, you can actually just let it burn out. But make sure that you say thank you to the universe for hearing your cries and let it be, right? So that way it all comes to. Okay, not very hard. This way too, it's kind of a psychological thing, guys. I just want to bring that up. It's very psychological because it actually feels like you're actually releasing something. You're actually, because you have it down on paper, you're throwing the paper away. Therefore, it's actually released. So it's a lot of emotional, psychological work, right? That helps free you of emotions. And then with your energy work over here, it's just meditation, just during your regular meditation. Yeah, this is going to bring you up the ladder. Why? Because it's going to move you higher into your higher self and towards the things that you want more than things you don't want. Okay? And this will make you feel happier, and it'll bring back the powerful three within yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Okay? So bringing yourself back into the connection. And these cards are for all of them. Okay? And you can do all three or all four of them if you'd like. And it's great. I mean, look, just prepare a meal that makes you happy. Make something that makes you happy, no matter what it is. Right? And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.